Hi guys, welcome to Bible Breakdown. We are doing 1 Samuel chapter 4. So Samuel's word got out to all of Israel, and now Israel is in battle with the Philistines. So they're on separate campgrounds, and it says the battle intensified. Israel was defeated by the Philistines, who struck down about 4,000 men on the battlefield. It was pretty bad. So when they got back to the camp, the elder said, "Why did the Lord defeat us today before the Philistines?" So they had this big idea to go back to Shiloh to get the Ark of the Lord's covenant to help them during the battle. The people in charge of the ark was actually Eli's two sons. So when they brought it back to the camp, it says, all the Israelites raised such a loud shout that the ground shook. So the Philistines are like, what's going on at their camp? Like, why are they making so much noise? They found out that the ark was there, and they was panicking. They were so scared because they knew that was the source of why the plague happened in the wilderness to the Egyptians. So now the Israelites are so confident. They call out the Philistines and they say, "Show some courage and be men, Philistines. Otherwise, you'll serve the Hebrews just as they served you. Now be men and fight." These are fighting words. So the Philistines, they accepted the challenge. The Israelites should have kept their mouth shut. Verse 10 says, "So the Philistines fought, and Israel was defeated, and each man fled to his tent. The slaughter was severe. 30,000 of the Israelite foot soldiers fell." And then on top of that, they captured the ark, and guess who died? The two sons, just like God said. So now the sons are dead, 30,000 soldiers are dead, and the ark is stolen. Man. But this was supposed to happen because you know how God told Eli and he told Samuel that he was going to kill the sons. And in chapter 3, verse 11, he says, "I'm about to do something in Israel that will cause everyone who hears about it to shudder." So this is definitely you about to see. So now somebody from the battle, they're running to Shiloh so that they can report the news. And it says, when the man entered the city to give a report, the entire city cried out. But when he arrived, it says that Eli was sitting on his chair beside the road waiting because he was anxious about the ark of God. So Eli, he hears all this noise and he's like, what's going on? Mind you, they say that Eli was 98 years old and he was blind. Keep this in mind. So the man tells Eli, like, "I'm from the battle. I'm here to tell you guys some news." And Eli is like, "What happened?" The man tells him, "Israel has fled from the Philistines, and also there was a great slaughter among the people. Your two sons are both dead, and the ark of God has been captured." Listen to what happens next. Verse 18 says, when he mentions the ark of God, Eli fell backwards off the chair by the city gate, and since he was old and heavy, his neck broke and he died. Eli had judged Israel for 40 years. So if you guys don't see what's happening here, God is fulfilling what he said. He said that he was going to kill the sons. He said that he was going to kill off Eli's family and take them out of their position. And this is what's happening now. On top of all this, one of the wives of Eli's sons, his name was Phinehas, his wife was pregnant and about to give birth. Like, talk about bad timing. When she heard the news about her husband and her brother-in-law and her father-in-law and everything's going on, it says that she collapsed and gave birth because her labor pains came on her. It mentions that she's dying, and as she was dying, the lady that was helping her give birth was like, "Don't worry, don't be afraid, you had a son." I mean, that's a blessing, but like, ma'am, I'm dying. And you're like, "Don't be afraid, don't worry." I mean, yeah, so she has a son. It says that she did not respond, and they named the boy Ichabod, which means, "Where is glory?" And the last verse, verse 22 says, "The glory has departed from Israel," she said, "because the ark of God has been captured." And that's the end of chapter 4. There's a lot going on in Israel right now. And God said this was going to happen. So that's what they get for, trying to play with God. God is not one to play with. But that's all I got for y'all. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great night.